gang, how's everyone doing? Happy Monday. I am coming live to give you an update on how our shift shop program is going so far, how I'm feeling. I can speak a little bit to how Mark's feeling because he tells me, and what we are doing this week to tackle our new meal plan. So last week when I came home from work on Monday, I shared with you guys the habits that I realized that I had formed for myself, simply because I got into the habit of every day at lunch, I would eat my really healthy lunch and I would have 3 Hershey Kisses. So last week was hard because I would eat my lunch and immediately trigger to want to open up my desk drawer, it's my second drawer down, and look for my Hershey Kisses, and they weren't there. So today, starting my new week, I didn't have that same urge. Like, I still thought about it, like the thought was there, but I keep telling myself, those Hershey Kisses aren't filling me up. They're not really doing anything nutritionally for me, so it's not like I'm missing out on anything. I did realize that I replaced the Hershey Kisses with mints. So, but I was able to cut down to 2 mints today and told myself that this was stupid, that I'm really just eating mints instead of chocolate, and neither one of those things was adding any value to my life, so I was like, okay, I'll just put these away. I can say this, that I weighed myself yesterday, and I weighed myself the Sunday before, and I did lose 3.4 pounds. So after 1 week of eating strictly on the meal plan and just doing 6 days of workouts, I've lost 3.4 pounds. My pants feel like so much better. I feel so much better. And the other things that I noticed is I don't feel like I need a nap every single day. I don't feel like I'm standing on my feet and like have to go and lay down on the couch. I just feel more focused and more clear. If that makes sense to you guys. I don't know if you ever feel like you come home from work and you just can't think about anything except laying down and shutting your eyes, even if it's just for 20 minutes. I got into the habit, I don't even know if it was habit, I just was feeling like that a lot over these past couple weeks and even months, where sometimes I would just be, I couldn't even talk to Sophie because my eyes were like glazing over. I just was gonna crash for whatever reason. I have not felt like that at all these past couple of days. I actually have had like an uptick in energy. I feel less bloated, and that feels really, really good to me. So it's encouraging that not only did I lose a little bit of weight over the past week, I feel all kinds of other benefits going on where I don't, I just like not feeling like I need to nap or like that I'm going to crash on the floor at any given time. So here's what I want to tell you guys. I always have worked out about 6 days a week. So there's nothing new about my workouts last week. Like, they were 25 minutes, 30 when you add in the cool down. So my exercises and the intensity at which I did them were about the same. The meal plan was what I changed the most, and that's when I lost almost 3.5 pounds. So that feels pretty good to me, but that also just tells me that my body was just carrying probably too much junk inside of it. And so it just was, I got rid of out with the old, and I'm kind of starting with a clean slate this week. I did give in on Saturday, and I ate a chocolate chip cookie that my mother made and brought to my house, despite the fact that I begged her not to bring them. We had a picnic, and I said, please, Mom, do not bring the cookies. And she said, I baked cookies for everyone. And I said, then please bring them in Ziploc baggies and hand them out, and do not put them out on a platter, which she did bring them in bags, but then she put them out on a platter, and I ate one. I passed them up all day, but I caved and I ate one, and it was so tasty and it was amazing, but immediately I did feel kind of sick, and I also felt a lot of regret and guilt. I ate 100% all week. I didn't touch anything that I wasn't supposed to. I limited my carbs. I only ate the ones that were on the list, and I felt so proud of myself, and it sucked to give in and eat that cookie. So I can tell you that these are like, you can't tell, but I don't know if you can hear that they're frozen because I immediately packed them up and I put them in the freezer. I couldn't throw them away. My mom made them. I can't throw away cookies my mom made. So I put them in the freezer, and here's why. Because it would take more effort for me to go into the back of the freezer, dig out one of these bags, open it up, put it in the microwave, wait for it to cool down so I don't burn myself, and eat it. And within all of that time, I have a million opportunities to stop myself from eating the cookies. So freezer they go, and maybe after 2 weeks I won't even want them. But if you grew up in Pittsburgh and you're a fan of the Pittsburgh cookie table with the weddings, then you know most of those cookies were made by lovely little old women all over the place, freezing them months in advance of your wedding, and they still taste just as delicious on your actual day. So 2 bags of cookies went into the freezer. The other thing that's been sitting around my house are these cupcakes that Mark bought last week for Sophie to take to daycare, and somehow that little child brought these ones home. So I'm tossing them today. I mean, I'll do it right now because they're across the street. And so even though she was saving these for her friends, I don't really care. I'm sick of looking at them. Oh, they smell kind of good. This is why you can't have stuff in your house. But they have been sitting on the counter for a couple days now, and I haven't eaten them. She brought home 3. As you can see, there are still 3 here, and we're just going to get rid of those right away before she sees them and hide the evidence. She'll forget, and I can distract her with something else. So I know that that seems kind of harsh, and I assure you that I am not one to throw away food lightly. I grew up, we waste not, want not, but that was necessary. They just needed to go. No good was going to come from eating them. It probably wouldn't taste as good as I think it does. So I'm not going to blow any of my hard work on that. I already feel bad enough for eating the stupid cookie on Saturday. So here's the thing. Once we rid our pantry and our house of all of those temptations, it's a lot easier to stay on your plan. It's also a lot easier to stay on your plan when you do it consistently for a couple of days and your body responds like the way that mine has. And that isn't always weight. Like, I did lose a little over 3 pounds over the past week, but not everyone loses weight right away. But your pants might feel better. Like, I knew last week that my pants felt better, and they still do today. Like, I love the fact that these have a little bit of like give to them. Like, they don't feel like they're suffocating my rear end, and I don't feel like I'm going to split them if I bend over to pick something up. I also don't feel horrible if I'm sitting down and they're so tight around your waist, you question why you even left your house with them on in the first place, which is how I felt a couple weeks ago in a few of my pants. So I don't want you guys to feel like that. I need you to understand this. Sure, it is not fun adapting to a new meal plan, especially one that is as restrictive as the one that I'm following. And I shouldn't say that. It's restrictive in the different carbs that you're eating. Like, I can't just eat rice or wrap or a piece of bread or wine or a cookie. It's just not part of this particular program's plan. But this is meant to push you to get quick results. That's why I'm doing it. I want to see how my body responds to this type of eating. But this doesn't mean I have to eat like this forever. So I have 2 more weeks. I'm more than halfway through day 1, and I've done fantastic. I actually don't even feel hungry right now. So I just came home, and I've been home for, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes, and I haven't thought about eating anything, which is kind of a victory. And maybe I'm starting to turn the corner on that habit and forming a new habit, like turning my phone on and talking to all of you lovely people on Facebook. So I hope that helps you guys. I need you to understand that you know, it isn't easy, but it is a lot easier being in the support group, and where we can kind of talk about these types of things with each other. We can help each other meal plan. We can share recipe ideas. We can virtually high five each other when we have a good week or we have non-scale victories. And it just feels like a safer place where we can share some of these things. Like, I ate the cookie, or I'm going to do this instead of eat the cookie, or I'm at Kennywood and I feel like I might not be able to make it. We do all of those things. You know, we're not all 100%, but we're doing the very, very best that we can, and we're just supporting each other along the way. And to me, that is the best feeling of all. So here's what's up. New round starting in 2 weeks. If you want to be part of that, please please let me know. I'm going to repeat the shift shop for anyone that missed out on it this first time and you want to give it a go. Please don't be afraid of it. There's a modifier to do the exercises, and honestly, like, that's not the part that you should be afraid of. You shouldn't be afraid of any of it. The meal plan's not hard. Like, I've done this now. I'm 2 weeks in. I've done 4 meal plans, one for me, one for Mark, in different brackets. I've got this, okay? Every week, you go up a container, you go down a container, you just scratch it off your plan and you recycle it. It's not hard. So if you're looking to do something a little bit more challenging and you want to push yourself, then definitely need to do this one. Again, I lost over 3 pounds in 1 week. Mark is definitely, he said he was down like 5 pounds. I'm not sure, because Saturday, I won't talk about what he did on Saturday. But he veered off plan a little bit at the picnic, and so that's fine. That was what he wanted to do, and that's totally fine. He's back on plan today. We're both back on track. We're committed to finishing it for the 21 days. But if you're interested, August 14th, we're going to kick off round number 2, and I think it'll be even better because now I've done, you know, half of the workouts, and I've done the meal plan a couple times through, and I just know what to expect, and I can coach you guys a little bit better. If you just want to start a different program, that's great too. I have a couple people doing the 21-day fix, a couple people doing country heat. UV2 is a really popular one right now, so you can end the summer strong. And we'll get you into something. Maybe we'll do just one big group. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So whatever you guys want to do, just know that first things first, you got to throw your junk out or zip it up and throw it in the back of your freezer where you're not tempted. And like 2 months from now, you're going to be like, what are these red things in there? Sophie made red cookies because one of her friends was not feeling well and she felt like she needed to have red cookies. So there was a lot of extra. And of course, here they are. Thanks, Mom. But they're going to be extra delicious and a nice little, maybe a reward if I do the next 14 days of staying on my plan. Maybe I'll treat myself to a cookie. I'm going to go because I think I see my family coming across the street and they're going to be, I got to hide a little bit more of the cupcakes in the garbage can that I just chucked. I will see you later, but please let me know if I can help you guys. I am here to help. That's what I want to do, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you later.